Hi, everyone. Welcome to BQ Robust Reaction Videos. My name's Kelly. This is a big episode because Dr. Bob's here. Dr. Bob, for those of you who don't know, his name is actually Dr. Robert Korb. He's my uncle, and he's a sports psychologist, and he changed my life, truly. Like, I am a completely different athlete and a more well-rounded athlete, a healthier athlete, a more robust athlete. I have such a better relationship with to myself as an athlete and as a runner and as someone who chases big goals. My perspective is so different because of him. And I hope I can hear, because this episode, I remember I left my microphone. I didn't bring it, and we went to the beach. So it's going to be terrible audio quality. So I'm hoping we can close caption it, maybe.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Bob in real life.
Yay, here I am.
We're in Seal Beach, California, and Dr. Bob is going to help me get through these final, I think we're at 32 days. 32 days?
Getting real, isn't it?
I'm most worried about, like, just that moment when I start to just convince myself that it's not worth it and that there will be another shot, and letting that, because there will be another shot. That's
right.
true.
That's your insurance policy.
I go back to that so.
It's interesting watching this now because I can spot this from a mile away, and I know exactly how I would handle this now. But I'm curious to see what he says.
Much.
So maybe the goal is not to be comfortable, but to be okay with being uncomfortable and not to suffer. Right? The difference between what we're talking about here is that running a marathon is going to be hard.
Yeah.
It has to be. And running a 3:32 or 3:35, that's really hard. So to think it's not going to hurt, that's delusion, right? I mean, it hurts the best people. But the question is, when it hurts, do I say, okay, this hurts and I can't do this, or do I say this hurts and that's the way it should be? Here we go. Let's get back to it.
Yeah.
I mean,
This hurts, and that's the way it should be.
And that's that refocusing routine that we talked about. Go back to, okay, what's my stride look like? What's my breathing look like? All the things you told me that Josh would say, focus on these things, not how much it hurts, right?
Yeah.
And I think take a step back from there, it's what you're saying to yourself even before that starts. Like you hear what the workout for the day is. You wake up and you feel like, I don't really want to do this today. Okay, I don't want to do this today. But now I've decided I'm going to. That's a choice that I've made. And so here we go. And when I start to think to myself, oh, I can't do this, wait a minute, how do I know that?
Yeah.
And then to me, the most important part of it is it's a choice you make. You don't have to do it.
No.
You have another chance.
You don't have to do it.
Again, but you don't want to do that. You're so far into it, I want to at least find out what I can do. Right?
Yeah.
So the minute that I say to myself, I don't think I can do this or I can't do this, that's where you got to stop yourself and go, wait a minute, how do I know that? I'm predicting the future and I'm not very good at that. Otherwise I'm being the stock market, which beyond belief. So what I need to do is to say, what's realistic? This hurts. It's hard. My coach thinks I can do it. Let's go. Let's see what I can do. Easy for me to say sitting here on the rock.
I'm sorry. This audio is so brutal. The wind is so awful. It makes me so sad because we have so many tools and resources now. Like, I have so many great microphones, and like just thinking about the Bluetooth microphones we have now, the Rode microphones and the DJI microphones, and like, we didn't have that then. We didn't have that. It just makes me so sad.
No, it's true. It's true because, like, I get so frustrated when I give up right at the end. Or, like, if I'm in the middle of something and I'm
that
feeling
word
good,
giving up,
but then
I
I'll say
would
something
have me
stupid to
unpack
myself, or
further.
out loud to someone else,
So I'm
and
not
someone's
giving
like,
up.
"Go on without me." I'm like,
I just
don't
can't
wanna go on
find
without
that
you, and I'll
last
say, like,
gear,
"Oh,
and
no,
I'm
I'm not
trying, and
feeling
it
very
hasn't
well."
clicked
Either.
yet.
Even when that's not true.
Even when that's not true, and then
I'm focusing too much on the
immediately, like, I will
outcomes and not
start
on the
feeling like
process.
shit.
Gotcha. So this is that accurate self-talk thing again. What I like what I'm hearing is that you're aware of it. You know what you're saying to yourself, and you know when it's not true. And that's it. Now you got the stubborn part of you's got to say, okay, I got to change that. The easy thing to do is just keep doing what I've always done. You give up at that point, or stay back with somebody, or not push myself down a little extra bit. And that's what Josh will do to you every time. He won't let you do that. So now you have to figure out how to do that, because for 26 miles, it's going to be all on you. And even if there's people running next to you, at the end of the day,
Choices,
it's so
choices,
frustrating 'cause,
choices.
I mean, in those moments when I
But if
don't
this
choose
is
to
not
do
there,
it, like I'll have that conversation.
there's resistance.
And I'll always, like, in my brain think, like, no, it's not worth it. And I know that that feeling that
It's
you
not
get
that
when
it's
you
not
finish
worth it. I'm just
is
too scared.
infinitely shittier
And I'm focusing
than had
too
you
much
just
on the
pushed through
discomfort.
2, 4,
And I'm
6,
focusing
10
too much on the
minutes
doubts. The
more.
doubts are too
If you
loud.
would just sat with it
I
and
don't
just
believe
even
in
maintained
myself.
what you were doing then, if you can go further and not just like taking it down and letting my heart rate return to resting.
And that's the stubborn piece, you know, that's the hardest part of it is what got you into this is you're stubborn.
True.
I'm gonna try and do something that I don't think, you know, people don't think I can do. I'm not sure I can do, but I'm gonna try. And now all of a sudden, I'm saying, when you're suggesting you gotta change the way you do it to be successful, it's like, no, I don't. I can do it this way. I'll be okay. Yet, at the end of the day, you won't be. Unless you can embrace those moments, because those moments are gonna come. How many times in a 26-mile race are you going to face that, I'm not sure I can keep this pace up, or I'm not sure I can catch that next person, or I'm 15 seconds behind my pace, I got to pick this up, I don't think I can do it. Well, let's find out.
Do you have anything to help me kind of like stay in the yes moment, like leading into the race? And like, because I know I'm going to be a basket case the week of.
So we talked a little bit about the visual cues thing. And I think we need to work some more on what that would look like for you. I mean, the easiest one that I've always had was no regrets.
Oh, that's a good one.
You know,
That's a really good one.
coaches always...
No regrets
as
is...
an athlete, that's what you want, right?
Yeah.
I want to look back on this and have no regrets. So if I have that put on my shoe someplace that says no regrets, and I look down at that every time I take a step, and every time I want to quit, and every time I want to slow down, and every time I want to give in to what I'm feeling right then, no. If I do that, I will have regrets. My mantra is going to be no regrets. So that's, you know, but it could be something else. If you have, you know, somebody that you look up to, even 332 on your shoe is going to remind you, that's what I'm here for. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So the visual cue thing, I think, is really important. And if it reminds you of the feeling that you want to have, can you imagine how good it's going to feel if you cross that line and you see 331.39 up there? All of it's going to be worth it.
Yeah.
And if you can capture that feeling and put it someplace where you can see it every time you look, it's just going to take you back to it, okay? And all of a sudden you're going to forget how much it hurts. And all you're going to be thinking about is, I want that. I can get that if I keep going. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, even when you say that, like, I think of New York last year when all I wanted was to break 4 and it was like 3:59 something, and like watching my watch, and like it almost didn't happen, and then the second it did was like it was the best day of my life.
Exactly.
Hands down. Like, I get goosebumps just thinking about what that felt like.
Sense of accomplishment.
I didn't think it was ever going to happen.
And you can feel the same way about 332 right now, but the only way it will happen is that every time you start to doubt it, you turn that around and go, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I'm going to make sure that I have no regrets about the way I handle it, so if it doesn't happen, I can look at myself in the mirror and go, I tried.
Yeah.
And if it does happen, that's the best day of my life.
What can I be doing, like, in the interim to get in the headspace so that on race day I'm just like, come at me, yes,
Right.
let's do it.
So you've got to practice that. That doesn't come naturally. For some people, it does. You know, there's those people that are gamers. They're much better when they do better on game day than they do in practice, which I find hard to believe because you practice like you're going to race like you practice. So every day that you have a race, a practice that you don't want to do or you're not sure you can do, that's where you need to practice this whole thing.
Yeah.
What am I saying to myself? Is that accurate? Okay, if that's not accurate, fix it. What am I saying that's not accurate? What do I need to say that is? And then don't judge it.
Yeah.
Be accepting of it. It's the mindfulness thing we've been talking about. Don't judge it. Just, okay, I'm having some doubts right now. That's fair. Why wouldn't I? I'm trying something that I've never done before. But my coach thinks I can do this, so here we go. I'm going to do my best and see what I can do. And then get back into the moment. Focus on the process. What it is for you. It's the strides, and it's the shoulders, and it's the breathing. And, it's so hard. You're so stubborn. You don't want to, no, I'm just going to be miserable, and I'm going to tell the world how miserable I am because I got a camera in front of me and I got an audience, But wouldn't it be cool if instead of doing that, you just right back into yourself, focus on the, you know, the things you need to do to be successful, whatever the technique, the process is. And then all of a sudden the run is over, and you go, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be.
You can see it on my face. Something he just said, I didn't want to hear. I couldn't hear it for a reason. I definitely played up a lot of the fear, and I would vocalize things I knew people felt as well. And it's not to say that they weren't true for me, but I definitely played things up to make BQ or Bust more entertaining. I am, at my core, a performer. I have an undergraduate degree in theater. I love performing. I wholeheartedly knew what I was doing when I would play things up, or I could see the theme of a workout or the story that I was going to spin, and I would play things up or act certain ways. I just would. And Dr. Bob, what he's saying is you can't do that anymore. Even when it's not true, the bigger you get, the harder it is to get back to a place of ease, which is what we're for, right? Ease is the feeling we're all looking for. Ease mentally, ease physically. We're mindful, we're present, we're just doing. We're not judging how we're feeling, we're accepting the discomfort. If we're off pace, it's fine. We're focused on other things, bigger things, things that I define success as. And I'm like, this is my job. The job is to get people to watch BQ or Bust. And one of the reasons it's not the most entertaining thing to watch, like, professional athletes, is they are calm, cool, and collected, right? They definitely have moments. Doesn't mean that they don't, you know, like, they don't have moments of doubt, or they aren't frustrated, or they don't have tough days. But in order to be as successful as they are, in order to be that elite level, they need to be like Jedi Masters. Their minds are trained, and they can't ride the high highs and the low lows. You just can't. You can't if you want to win. So
it's just remembering all these things in that shitty moment.
I don't want to, like, I'm not even going to touch what he just said.
Really
Look.
simple. What am I saying to myself?
Yeah.
Is it accurate? If it's not accurate, what would be the accurate thing to say? Move on. You know, really simple. And you'll know it ahead of time. You've got these patterns that we all have.
Yeah.
And so when you start to hear those key things, like, I'm not sure I can do this, I don't really want to be here, it sucks, this is going to be really painful. That's, you already, now you know I'm down that road. Wait a minute, stop. I don't have to do this if I don't want to. I'm choosing to do this. Here we go. Bring it on.
Bring it on.
And like you said, it's going to hurt for 40 minutes, but I'll have no regrets about the way I handled today.
And then you get to carry with it for the rest of your life.
And if I can string together, 32 more days of no regrets, I'm going to have no regrets if I go 3:36.
Yeah.
You know, I'll be disappointed, I'll be sad, I'll be like that close. But if I go 3:32, I'm going to be, yeah, I did it. So, and if you're down to that last couple miles and you need to go faster than you've ever gone before, you'll do it. Because you'll have it in the tank. Because of all these days like today where, no regrets.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I get chills just thinking about it. It's like, yeah.
I realized I was kind of giving the reaction of like, oh, I'm afraid and nervous. Like, I obviously I'm afraid. Like,
Yeah.
it's gonna hurt. But I realized I was kind of doing that because it was the expected reaction instead of saying like,
Okay,
I'm really
I'm
excited.
admitting it a little
I love
bit.
running marathons. Like,
I like being in pain. I'm a masochist.
I know, it's weird. But like I realized I was saying to people what they wanted to hear.
I still do
Instead
this.
of just,
a lot of people do.
Like telling people I was excited.
Or however you really are feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm excited and I'm scared.
Yeah,
At the same
both.
time.
Totally.
And that's, people think you can't hold opposite feelings in
Duality
the
is
whole psychology that says that's
everything.
That dissonance is where we work.
That dissonance is where we
but
work. I
I'm
love
a
that.
big believer, I can be scared of something and excited about it at the same time.
Yeah.
That's why I'm doing it.
Yes.
It's where that adrenaline comes from.
Right.
I don't know if I can do
I
this.
want to jump out of an airplane. What the heck am I thinking?
Yeah.
I want to do this, but no, I don't.
Yeah.
And then somebody gives you a push, and you're done.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, and it's gross because I kind of don't want it to be over.
Oh. Well, don't worry, Kelly. It won't be over. You'll
2 weeks from now.
keep going and keep going and keep going.
Bulk of your training will be done. You'll start tapering a little
And
bit.
then years later, you'll relive
All
it.
this energy, like, am I losing my
My
conditioning?
mojo,
No, am I losing
all my
conditioning?
work.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and you just have to trust that your coach will have you properly rested. And it'll be up to you to be properly, hydrated, nutrition, fuel, sleep, all of that. That's on you. But he'll make sure that you're ready to run 26 miles in 3:32 or less. Now it's up to you. Just go do it.
You're the best.
There you go. You got
Dr.
it.
Bob
Thank you.
is the best.
Expect a phone call from me in 2 weeks when I start to taper.
Yeah, no, that's what's good.
I hate tapering.
Everybody hates tapering.
I
hate
love
tapering.
tapering. I'm in my taper for my half Ironman right now. I got sick.
It's annoying.
Dr. Bob, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
Final double before I go back to New York.
In-N-Out.
I just love In-N-Out so
bad.
much. It's so good.
I love In-N-Out.
I love Dr. Bob because sometimes it's hard to give me tough love.
Dr.
Because
Kebab.
I will just rebel and I'll kind of put my blinders on and I'll stop listening, but I really listen to Dr. Bob. No regret, and that's honestly going to become the new. It's gonna be the driving force that gets me through. It's
No
remembering
regrets.
what it felt like to break 4 hours. And yes, it's going to hurt, but it's gonna be worth it. And I need to remember that. And now
Motivational
every day
music is, oh my God, the In-N-Out
needs
looks
to be
so good.
100%. I need to just do what I can do
I want
today
it so bad.
and make sure that I have no regrets come Chicago. All right, I'm gonna inhale this and then back to San Diego and then
The fact that I'm eating that with bread is a
New
really
York.
big deal. For a long time, I would only eat it protein style, which was so sad. Oh, diet culture did me dirty. I struggled for so long. The next piece of this that I'll learn down the line, and this will come with Rebecca Stowe, is the time, and actually Dr. Bob too. The time is literally the least important piece of this puzzle, right? Yes, it's the light post, the lighthouse that we're moving towards. It's our guiding light. It's our star, our North Star. But the marathon, this goal is so much bigger than just a time, right? And in only focusing on the time, you're missing so many opportunities throughout that race, throughout the training process, throughout the day to win, right? To focus more on process. And for me, that's finding joy and having fun and being in community with others and celebrating what our bodies can do and feeling gratitude, just overwhelming, explosive gratitude for what I'm capable of and what we're capable of and what this body is capable of. And it's like a celebration. And there's so many more things that I can focus on outside of trying to run a specific time. But you learn, you live and you learn. So this was tough. I know the wind was really annoying and the audio was terrible. So if you stuck through it, great. If not, if you skipped ahead, I don't blame you. Dr. Bob's amazing. And there's plenty of podcast episodes with him on the Run Selfie Repeat podcast with great audio that you can go seek out. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.